okay.
It's time for a violin solo.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Good singing, everybody. This is what I love about songs with no words is you can't ever complain that the words aren't on the screen. Just you have to sing or not. All right, so we'll sing one. Let's see. Let's do Hallelujah. This one, the words for this one are on page 141. Kol HaNeshama. I need a book. Page 141.
Oh, well. You can go, Jess. I think that's time.
Hallelujah. 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 Have a good weekend. Hallelujah. 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 All right, so it's time to light candles. I think my guess is that the iPad is now charged enough so that we can use that one too.
What would you like to do with it?
People. I'm much less interested. I think we need to still keep it plugged in, but it can just at least,
Okay.
yeah, you know the code, no.
Oh, wait, I probably do. I'll write it down.
All right, so we're gonna light the candles now. Page
4.
4. Thank you, page 4.
Yellow, that's too many.
Page 4.
Why not? When do you wanna, what time is the time to do?
Oh, actually, no, I think it's page, must be, yeah, page 4. There we go. I have a page 5. All right, so let's, we can all read together here on the page 4 at the top. Please join me as I light these candles. Page 4. As I light these candles, may my eyes be open to the lights of the world. As I light these candles, may my inner eye perceive the light within me. May these rays of light spread blessing through the world to my family and friends, to all who know me, and to all those in me. Light, we shall see light. May it be your will that I may be at peace, and that peace may reign amongst us all. Amen. All right, Eleanor, you're right there. Are you willing to light the candles?
Hello, I'm sorry.
You, Dave, you want to light the candles? Your first shot is here.
Why not?
There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Guru Tato Alo Eloheinu Melech Olam Eloso Nisi Lavoseinu Vayoni O
Asher Kedishanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher Kedishanu b'mitzvotav, b'tzivanu lehavlikneh shel Shabbat. Great. Okay, so page Yasher Koach, page 5 for Shalom Aleichem. Page 5. Ugh. And we're going to ignore the what's said introduction. I just start right on the top. You're gonna play the first.
Should I? Okay.
Yeah, you'll play the first. Oh, hello. Let me move this out of the way. Over a weird piece of wire. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody. Shalom Aleichem. last verse? Go ahead, Patricia. Oh, yeah, the second half. All right, very nice. So we will turn now, let's see here, to page 10. Page 10 in our prayer book. And we'll ask Ellen to read here. Ellen, I'm going to put this over here. So you don't have to talk into it, but I'm just going to sort of put it in your direction so that people are more likely to hear you. Okay? Go ahead.
An introductory song welcoming Shabbat. You did Nefesh. Beloved of my soul, compassionate Father, draw me your servant to your desire. Would that I could run like a gazelle and bow before your beauty, for I find your love sweeter than honey or any delight. Beautiful,
Yes.
splendorous light of the world, my soul is sick with love. God, please heal her by bathing her in your serene light. Then she shall surely be strengthened and healed and be your servant forever. Ancient one, let your compassion flow. Have pity on the child whom you love, for I have yearned for so long to see your luminescent power. My God, my beloved, hurry, please do not hide. Please, my beloved, reveal yourself. Spread the sukkah of your love over me. May the whole world be illuminated with your glory. Then shall we be glad and rejoice with you. My lover, come quickly, for the time has come. Have compassion for me as the days of old.
Beautiful. Thank you. As always, for beautiful reading. We'll continue now for in the first two stanzas, we'll sing in Hebrew. Yedi nefesh al harachman nishon adam eretzona yaruz adam Mo'aya Yishtachaveh Mul Hadara Ki Yechamo Yediduta Mino Fetsu Vechol Ta'am Adonai Ziv Haolam Nafshi Cholat Ahavata Ana Ilna Rifana La Beharut La Noam Ziva Atzit Kazeh V'titrape V'haita La Shivkat Olai Yeah. We turn to page 11. And on the left-hand side of the page, we see a little piece that says pilgrimage. If you can read print that is that small, or with I apologize, please join me if you can and just listen. We may understand our days to be a pilgrimage in time, from the 6 days of the work week to the experience of a day of rest, holy time. The generation that left Egypt and wandered in the wilderness never reached their destination, the place of God's rest. But every Friday evening, we have the opportunity to make that journey anew, this time with an openness that will enable us to truly enter the land and come close to the divine. Come then, let us bow and kneel, let us bend our knees in the presence of Adonai who formed us. Turn to page 12. We'll come together where there's a little arrow. Arbein Shana Agutedor Bauma Amtuele Vahe Zeim Lo Yedu Derakai Asher Nishpati Biapi Imilun Elenu Chati. All right, so usually we would play this song. Oh, there we go. This is the one that says Keep on Moed, but I play it in E flat. You guys can follow along, it'd be great if not.
Yeah, we should get started.
Page 13. All right, so we'll turn now, I think, to page 15. Sandy, are you, oh, Sandy's with us, good deal. Sandy, are you there, willing to read Adonai reigns, let the earth be glad?
Would you like me to read?
Yes, please, Adonai reigns, let the earth be glad.
Sure. Adonai reigns, let the earth be glad. The many distant lands rejoice. Clouds and thick darkness surround the divine. Righteousness and justice secure God's throne. Fire goes before God, consuming besiegers round about. Flashes of lightning illumine the land. The earth watches and trembles. Mountains melt like wax at the approach of Adonai, at the approach of the master of all the earth. The heavens tell of God's righteousness, and all the nations see God's glory.
Beautiful, thank you, Sandy. So we'll turn now to page 16. Light is sown for the righteous and joy for the upright. Rejoice in Adonai, you righteous people, and thank God as you pronounce the divine holy. Oh, Havehi Adonai Sinura, Shomer Nafsho Chasidam Yad Rishayim Yatzil Lehem, Oh, Zavru Latzadi, Urishne Lev Simcha, Sinehu Tzadikim Baranai, Oh, do the Zeher, Lord Show. So we'll turn now to page 24, no, 23. I apologize, 23 for Lecha Dodi. And we will sing, we're going to sing four verses. The first two verses on page 23. And then we will sing the middle verse on page 24. And then finally the final verse on page 25. So lots of page flipping. We're lucky that tonight we have with us Dr. Metzger is with us, and Patricia Metzger is with us, playing bass and violin respectively. So glad that they are here.
Well, you should start without us.
Have we lost it again? One of these
Not in
days we're gonna
order.
get our music in order. It's gonna happen.
You will.
Just a matter of time. And I invite you to rise as we turn to page 25 for the final verse of the Haggadah, where we welcome in the Shabbat bride. I'm not sure who was the Shabbat, maybe it was Georgia. I forget who came in last, but maybe it was Maya. Whoever it was who came in last, you're the Shabbat bride. It's great that we're all here. Good Shabbos to everyone. Usually Ann would open the door, but up in Skyline Cafe, it's a little complicated, so we won't open the door. But, all right, so the final verse. Shalom, God b'simcha u'tzorah, tovei segula, seated. We turn to page 27, page 27. And I'll invite, Ann, do you want to come up and lead us in Psalm 92? I think coming up is a good idea because of the microphone. We can read this one response.
It is good to thank you, Adonai, and sing your name most high, to proclaim your love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night.
Finger the lute, pluck the harp, let the sound of the lyre rise up.
You gladden me with your deeds, Adonai, and I shall sing of your handiwork.
How wonderful are your works, Adonai, how subtle your design.
The arrogant do not understand. The fool does not comprehend this. The wicked flourish like grass, and every evildoer blossoms, only to be destroyed forever.
But you, Adonai, are exalted for all time.
Surely your enemies, Adonai, surely your enemies will perish. All who commit evil will be scattered.
As a wild bull raises up its horn, you raise my head high, anointed it with fresh oil.
As my enemies gather against me, my days remain steady, for my ears listen and hear.
The righteous flourish like the date palm, thrive like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the house of the Lord, they flourish in our God's courtyard. In old age, they remain bountiful, still fresh and bountiful, proclaiming Adonai is upright, my rock, in whom there is no flaw. Tzadika tzama yifra be'eretz Lebanon yizgeh shetzori be'eretz Adonai bechatzrut Eloheinu Yafridu onyenu b'se'eva Yesheni Rani Yiyu Lehagid Yashar Adonai Suri Velo Aladabo. We'll turn now to page 30. And anyone who is either in mourning or is commemorating a yard site, yeah, whom are you remembering today, David?
My wife, 5 weeks ago.
A week ago. Wow, I'm so sorry, David. All right, what was her name?
Sue.
Sue.
Sue Keough.
So we remember Sue tonight. And anybody else? Yes, Thelma. So I invite everyone, I invite David and Thelma to rise, and anyone for whom it's your custom to rise, for those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, and we will say the mourner's Kaddish on page 30. Yikadal, Yikadash,
Amen.
Yamad, Ibra, Ute, Yamlik, Mapute, Bechayekon, Ovimecho, Ukaye, Yehovah, Yisrael, Bagala, Uvizmanta, in Amen. Yeshmei, Rabba, Barah, Yalach, Lamed, Yikadal, Yikadash, Yikbarak, Yishtabach, Yitpa'ar, Yitproman, Yitnaseh, Yitadar, Yitaleh, Yitabal, Shemei, Kusha, the Ela, Yitpol, Birkata, the Shirata, Tushmeta, the Nemata, Damiran, Bilama, Bibarak, Yehi, Shalom, Rabba, Shemayah, Bechalin, Alenu, V'Alfo Yisrael, in Rami, Oseh Shalom, Imama, Hu Yaseh Shalom, Alenu, V'Alfo Yisrael, V'Alfo Yisrael, in Rum, Amen. Okay, so we will turn now to page 39A. We'll invite Julia to come up and lead us in the Mari service. Yeah. So we do Shalom Rav and Shalom Rav.
I invite you. Working?
No.
No.
Oh, it's not working at all now.
Well, I think it's not now.
No, it's okay.
Let me see if I can make it a little louder. Did I turn it off? Yes.
Okay. Great. Now it's working.
There we go.
Wonderful. So I like to take a moment right before the Baruchu, which is a moment where we sort of recognize that we've all arrived here and are joining together to make a community to pray together and be together. And so I invite us right before we say the Baruchu together to just take a look around the room and try and smile at someone. Sandy, you're welcome to see who you can see on the screen and smile at someone that you can see. Folks are welcome to wave to Sandy also on the screen. Smile. Great. And I invite you to rise in body or in spirit.
Baruch Adonai leolam vaed.
May be seated. They invite us to read together in the English on the page on the English side of the page, where it says first bracha before the Shema, the coming of evening light. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Zebaoth is your name, living and ever-present God. May your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. Turn now to page 40.
Beit Yisrael me'ahavta Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta Al ken Adonai Eloheinu v'shofteinu u'kumeinu nasiach bechukecha ונשמח בדברי תורתך ומצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו אורך ימינו ובהם נגה יומם ולילה יומם ולילה.
להבטחה אל תסיר ממני לעולם. baruch atah Adonai, Elohim Yisrael. And we turn now to page 41. And in preparation for the Shema, we start with the words Shema Yisrael, listen Yisrael. I invite you to think back for your week as we say the Shema of something that felt like a gift in your week, a blessing, a joy, a moment of laughter, and see if you can take this time to just replay it in your head, to listen to it one more time and get to spend a little more time in that moment of joy. Shema
Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברתם
ושבתך בביתך, ולכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, ובשרתם מאות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתها על מזוזות ביתך, וישמר.
Continue on page 42.
42.
42. We'll turn now to page 44.
Ocha Belim Adonai.
Adonai loch le'olam la'ed v'ne'emar kifat Adonai et Yaakov ve'elom yachazak mimenu baruch atah Adonai ga'al Yisrael. I invite us to read together in English on page 45. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate, ensuring our going and coming for life and peace now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. We turn to page 46. I invite you to rise in body or in spirit. V'shamru
b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ולעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ולעולם.
Beni לבני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ולעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ולעולם. ביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל
et Hashabbat, לעשות את השבת, לדורותם ברית עולם.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
אמן.
ועמדי זכרתיהם לכבודם, וחייכונו יומכם, וחיי דכל בישראל. בגלה בגלה, ובזמן קריב במהרה.
אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך, עולמו מעמיה יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח, הארץ תרמם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל, שמי לקדושה
בריחו
לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה.
תושבחתה ונחמתה, תמירה מעלמה. Amen.
Now enter the Amida on page 47. When I said the text, page 47.
45,
47.
This is page 47.
47.
Page 47.
Baruch atah Adonai,
B'shmo.
Eloheinu, Elohei
Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Gibor HaNorah, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות לאמהות, ויגאל לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ופוקד שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה מתים אתה רב להושיע. מוריד הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מחלחל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממעיתון יהיה ומצמיח ישועה.
ונאמן אתה לך חיות, ברוך אתה אדוני,
ברוך הוא שמו.
וחיי עמית.
אמן. זה קדוש השמך הקדוש, ודורשים בכל יום יעלו חסר לברוך אדוני האלוהים הקדוש.
Join together for Shalom Rav. And Rabbi Jim, you're going to join on the guitar. Okay. We're going to be on page 51.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. Okay. All set? Shalom Yisrael Amecha Chassidim Leolam Shalom Yisrael Amecha Chassidim Leolam Ki ata Melech Adon Bechol HaShalom Ki ata Melech Adon Bechol HaShalom Shalom Ra Yisrael Amecha Chassidim Leolam Shalom Ra Yisrael Amecha Chassidim Leolam V'tov Enecha levarech et Amecha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה לשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך נשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך נשים לעולם. שים לעולם. שים
Your prayers for peace reach those who most need them. And we'll turn now to page 173 for our prayers for healing. And I'd like to invite people to share names of those that you're praying for this evening who are ill or suffering in some way. And we'll go around the room and I invite you to share names. Okay.
My brother Michael Winter, my sister Rose and husband Sean, and the family of the Goldberg, and my friend Maria.
My wife Susan Fiat.
Jean.
Emily Bell, Coco, Ed Robert, and the Goldberg. Oh,
Jordan. Thank you. Sandy.
Sandy, do you have people?
Of course I do. Ellen Zuniga, Elaine Skolnick, Alvin Glazerman, Rosemary and Yair Alroy.
Thank you, Sandy. Did I miss anyone else?
Just Tamar but Miriam, and I think I left my capo over there. See it anywhere?
Hey, where is it?
There we go. Sorry to send you on
No
a
worries.
goose chase. Okay. All All right, so one page 173 in your books, and I put it on the screen for you, Sandy. Who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us sing. Amen. We shall be most bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us sing.
So we are headed into the end of the service. Sometimes our Rabbi Jim gives a few words of Torah in this moment.
I would love to, if it's okay.
Great. Yes.
So I wanted to just very briefly talk.
Do you want the microphone?
Can everyone hear me from here, or do I need to go over there?
No, we hear you.
You hear me? Okay. I'm so loud. Although I'm told I'm not quite as loud as I was, but no, I just wanted to very briefly, I was looking today at actually a little day book by Twersky, remember I was talking about, and it mentioned the very first verse of chapter 17 of Bereshit, of the book of Genesis, which is what we're reading right now. Vayehi Avram ben tish'im shana v'tesha shanim, vayera Adonai el Avram, vayomer elav ani el Shaddai, hithalech lefanai v'hyetamim. And this is how they translate it in this particular Bible. When Abram was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to Abram and said to him, I am El Shaddai. God Almighty, who knows exactly what El Shaddai means, right? Walk in my ways, it says, and be blameless. So there's a whole bunch of different ways we could translate this verse. It's a very confusing verse. But there's just two things I wanted to say about it really quickly. The first one is that this notion, this idea of El Shaddai, right? Rashi says that it's El, right? God, Shah, which is in Hebrew is the relative pronoun that or who, right? Dai, and everyone knows what Dai means in Hebrew, right? We sing it at the Seder. Dayenu, right? Is enough, right? Right? God that is enough, right? God that provides, right? And the word Shaddai, people say, is from the word from Shaddai, right? From the word for breast, right? Which is enough, right? The breast is enough for a baby. When the baby is born, right? There's enough. All the food that the baby needs is provided by the mother. And so this very powerful feminine image of God, right? As the provider, as this is enough. I am enough. Just be with me. And that's the sort of the second part of it, right? Hitalech, right? A very odd word for walking, which is sort of, it's called a reflexive in a grammatical term, right? Sort of it focuses back on yourself, right? So some kind of a very reflective walking. And the word that Rashi seems to connect it to is the word hitpalel, right? The word for praying, right? Very similar word, hitpalel. And so somehow walking with God is somehow being in connection with God, being even walking in a prayerful way with God. In that way, right, you will be, it says here, blameless. Other translations have it being wholehearted, right, being fully connected with God. And I think that that's just a wonderful way of thinking that there's two sides of it. On one side, there's God Shaddai, right? God that is enough, God that can provide. On the other hand, right, the human needs to walk with God, needs to be with God, needs to somehow struggle a little bit to be in relationship with God. And that's sort of the image of Abraham or later Abraham that we will have and that we try to emulate. So Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
We turn to page 56. I invite you to rise. You're able.
Nishabeach Adon HaKol Latei Gdula Yotzei Bereshit Shelo Asanu K'goyei Haratzon V'lo Samanu K'mishpachot Ha'adama Shelo Samchel Kedukahem V'gor Aleinu Kechol Hamonam ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוצר הארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו וגוהי מרומים הוא אלוהינו אין הונו עמק מלכנו אפס זולתו כך כתוב בתורתו וידעת היום וישיבות אל לבביך כי אדוני אפס זולתו כך כתוב בתורתו ידעת היום וישיבות.
Page 57. ונאמר בחיים אדוני למלך כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו You may be seated. And I'm curious if our musicians have a song that they were planning to end the service with.
We were, and that was what happened here. All of a sudden, I ended up with a weird situation. I will be with you in just a moment. I apologize.
And as soon as we resolve this technical issue, Rabbi Jim, would you like to come lead from up here again?
No, that's okay. We'll do 8. We're going to do 8 Odim. And I'm going to put it up on the screen for everybody, or at least for most people, for everyone in the room.
For those of us who aren't in the room, we get it too.
It might be a little bit tough for me to do both.
No, it's just fine.
You're good if you want.
That's okay.
You got it. Great.
You'll get part of it.
Mhm.
Oh, no. Okay. I tell you, it is really something.
Try it again.
Oh, that's, yeah, just this.
Okay.
It got tangled somehow.
You don't have to move. I got it. Thank you.
There we go. Now it needs, but it needs to go over now. So,
Not in this book.
I apologize, everybody. We're gonna get there in just a moment. Yeah, can we make it so that the. Okay, all right, everybody. Ooh. All right. Do you have guys have 8 to D now?
Yeah.
Great. Hey, to dim kala, oh vilegani, to dim kala, oh vilegani, to dim kala, oh vilegani, to dim kala. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos. Great to see you all. Thank you all for coming. So next week, Aaron will be back playing the bass instead. Unfortunately, Patricia won't be able to join us, but we will have Vero will be here to play the violin. So we will. You can leave the books on the tables. You can put the books on the tables.